The discovery of Axone. Kujnakali was the daughter of Mutale. Orphaned at a very young age, she was raised by her uncle and his cruel wife, who showed little care for her. Each morning, she had to cook and feed her uncle's family, and then she would go to work in the fields all alone. After a long day, she returned home to a never ending list of chores that kept her busy late into the night. At home, everyone enjoyed proper meals, while she was given only cold leftovers. Despite her hard work and dedication, she was mistreated and deprived of parental love and affection. She was often sent off to the fields in torn, ill fitted clothes. Her auntie would pack her a meager midday meal of half cooked soya beans mixed with a few shredded bamboo sticks, some rotten vegetables, and even poultry droppings, all wrapped in a banana leaf. One afternoon, after a long day of toil in the heat and rain, she retreated to the resting shade made of haystack for her meal. Discovering that the food sent to her was unfit to eat, she placed it between the layer of haystack on the roof to keep it warm, and then she returned home without eating. One day, when she went to the field without any food, she felt extremely hungry. Remembering the meal she had stored in between the layers of the haystack, she opened it and found that the half cooked soya beans was now smelly and spoiled. Despite its appearance, it looked appealing to her, and when she tasted it, she surprisingly found it to be rich and delicious. She dried the soya beans in the sun and cooked them with water, filling her stomach for the first time in days before returning home. A few days later, she invited her friends to try it. They all tasted the dish and praised the exotic flavors and the wonderful aroma it produced. From that day on, she named the dish Ahonye, derived from the Sumi word aho, meaning smell. Word about the delicious taste of the new dish quickly spread among her friends, who began ordering ahonye from Kujnakali. The demand for ahonye became so popular that she soon began to exchange ahonye for shawls and other garments for her personal use. With the profits from her small venture into ahonye, she began purchasing cattle, exquisite jewelry, and expanding her investments, each telling a story of her journey. As her wealth grew, so did her reputation, and she became a celebrated figure in the community, well known for her wealth. Her marriage celebration became the talk of the entire village, as she declared a large sum of money, a pair of mithun, and other animals as her asana, meaning her own personal savings, all thanks to her successful sale of ahonye. Sumi women are considered to be rich and hardworking by the asana they bring during their marriage. That is how one earns honor and respect from her in-laws even after their marriage. Ahonye is a beloved Sumi delicacy enjoyed by all tribes in Nagaland, best paired with local smoked pork. This fermented dish, made from soya beans, is known for its mouth-watering aroma that fills the home while cooking. Various stories surround its origin, but the most trusted tale is that of a young woman named Kujnakali. Love affair between a tree and a girl. Once upon a time, in the village of Janglu Yemti, there lived a pretty girl. Like other unmarried girls, she slept in a dormitory with her friends. For some reason, none of the village boys had captured her heart. But every night, a mysterious, handsome young man appeared to her, and she soon found herself falling deeply in love with him. They often shared sweet songs and spent time together in the quiet dormitory. Very soon, they became inseparable, dreaming of a future together filled with laughter and joy. However, during the day, he remained a mystery to her. No matter how hard she tried to learn more about him, she failed miserably. Questions like who was he, where he came from, and whose son he was, but she found no answers. Whenever she asked him, he would smile and give her vague replies or silence her with sweet gestures of love. During the day, she searched for him everywhere, hoping to see him on the way to the fields, by the village well, or at local festivals where the young men gathered. But no matter where she looked, he was always missing. He only appeared at night like a dream and vanished with the first light of dawn. In those days, it was a tradition for girls to give their lovers special gifts, like shawls or handmade bags. So one night, she decided to weave a beautiful shawl just for him. She poured all her love and dreams into every stitch, hoping it would show him how much he meant to her. The next morning, while she was drawing water from the village well, she was shocked to see the shawl she had given tied to a tree nearby. Confusion washed over her. How could this be? But that very night, when he visited her again, he was wearing the same shawl she had seen on the tree. This made her heart race, but doubt began to creep in. Who was he? She could not shake the feeling that something was not right. One beautiful morning, while she was bathing near the village well, she began to sing softly to herself. To her astonishment, the tree nearby responded in song. The tree sang, "Sing with me, dear maiden. Clothed in your shawl, your beauty outshines all the girls of Yamti, like an orchid brightening the village." She could not believe her ears. The tree was singing about her. This strange episode, combined with the earlier sighting of her shawl tied to a tree, filled her with regret and disgust. She realized with a heavy heart that her beloved was not a man at all, but a tree, possibly possessed by an evil spirit. Hurrying home, she shared her discovery with her parents. When her father heard the story, he knew they had to act quickly. He decided to tell the villagers the truth, believing he could not face this evil spirit alone. After discussing the matter, the villagers decided to cut down the tree. On the chosen day, the villagers gathered around the tree, ready to cut it down. Her parents warned her to stay inside the house until it was over. But filled with curiosity and restlessness, she could not resist. She climbed up the wall of her house to sneak a look. As she peeped through the small hole, a splinter of the wood flew off the tree while being chopped. It struck her eye, causing a terrible injury. Despite the efforts to help her, she fell gravely ill and within a few days, sadly passed away. Her life was taken by her lover, the tree, so she could be with him in the next world. The girl in the story belonged to the Jamir clan, and the tree was a Sungwa tree. Ever since the tragic event, the girls from the Jamir clan had avoided sleeping on beds made from Sungwa wood, fearing that it might shorten their lives. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to discover more enchanting tales and rich traditions from the comfort of your home.